Next up, the German Max Suter taking on the Norwegian Erik Gravenberg. We saw Max Suter beating fellow German Benedikt Holzmann in the first heat. Slightly unusual result on paper, but Max Suter doing very well getting through to the second round. Big jumps from both races. Erik Gravenberg from Norway taking the lead now over Max Suter from Germany. There we have it. Erik Gravenberg into the 360 ahead, taking the lead now. And it goes to Erik Gravenberg from Norway. Just over a 2-second lead. It was a toughly fought race. Next up, though, on the red course from France, Guillaume Issoutier taking on Norway's reality TV star, Trym Loken. Trym Loken, a very proficient racer as well. Picks up a number of podiums over the years. Guillaume Issoutier, a bit of a parallel sprint specialist, though. This will be a very tight race, I suspect. It looked like Guillaume Issoutier had a flag on the end of his pole there. But both racers now approaching the 360. Oh, Guillaume Issoutier just taking the front spot there over Trym Loken. And taking a bit more of a lead now. Trym Loken, though, taking no penalties. Guillaume Issoutier taking one. It's going to be very, very close. Trym Loken takes the win for Norway. Wow, what a race from both gentlemen. It really was anyone's game there. Next up, though, in the red course, Theo Silon from France taking on Switzerland's Bastien Dayer from Switzerland in the blue course. Bastien Dayer, almost 200 World Cup starts to his name. Very, very experienced racer. Being watched by partner Marina and his new daughter Anna at the bottom. Theo Silon, one of the newer guys on the French circuit. Both racers just waiting for the starters' orders now. A bit more snow coming down on the course, going to make visibility a little bit trickier for the racers. There we have it, both racers out the gate. Now on course, Bastien Dayer from Switzerland in the blue course. Theo Silon from France in the red course. Both looking fairly level at this point. Oh, Bastien Dayer looking wild off the jump there. Arms flailing. And I have to say, they're looking fairly level to this point. Could this be an upset for the veteran Swiss? Bastien taking the slight lead here. I suspect he'll pick up penalty points, though. Is that going to hurt his time? There we have it. Theo Silon taking what looks like a bit of a lead. Can Bastien take the win? There we have it. Bastien Dayer, such a strong skater, just outwitting the Frenchman there. Was a very, very tight race. Next up, though, Jure Alish from Slovenia and Ole Kullberg from Sweden. Jure picked up his first World Cup victory in USA just over a week ago. Also took a bronze medal in the parallel sprint. Oh, Ole Kullberg having issues up there. Looks like he just put a hand down, giving Jure Alish a lead now. Jure extending the lead over Ole Kullberg. Jure Elish, the younger brother of Sasha Elish, has really come to power this season, taking his first World Cup victory in USA. There we have Ole Kullberg crossing the line, giving Jure the win today through to the next round. Next up, though, from France on the red course, Noé Clay taking on Sivit Hull from Norway in the blue course. Sivit Hull, a great parallel racer, took the 4th place in the USA, yet to take a medal. Let's just see how he can get on in this race now. Both races level, possibly Sivit Hull taking a slight lead over the Frenchman Noé Clay. It really is anyone's game though, as we see. Who's going to be into 360 first? Sivit Hull from Norway first in. Noé Clay chasing underneath though. Sivit Hull holding on to the lead. Sivit Hull carrying on to take the win for Norway. Commiserations to the French in that run. Next up though, from France, Elie Nabeau taking on Nicolas Michel from Switzerland. We see the snow coming down heavily now on your screen. It's not holding up for these racers. Nicolas Michel, the overall World Cup leader at the moment, certainly has the credentials to win the race today. Taking on Elie Nabeau. Also a great parallel racer. Oh, looking a bit wild in the air though. Elie Nabeau over. Nicolas Michel taking the lead. What was a very unfortunate race for Elie Nabeau. Relation to Laura Grenier-Soliger, also on the French team some years ago. There we have it. Nicolas Michel through to the next round, through to the semi-final. Great race there from both racers. So a quick recap on that quarter-final. We saw Philippe Lau from France beating Thomas Olovius. We saw Stefan Matter winning against Thomas Rufa, also from Switzerland. Max Suter losing to Erik Ravenberg. And Trim Locken from Norway beating Guillaume Sautier from France. Bastien Dayer just edging ahead over Theo Silon from France. Jure Elish from Slovenia beating the Swedish Viking Ole Kullberg. Sivit Hull from Norway beating the Frenchman Noé Clay. And finally we've just seen Nicolas Michel beating Elie Nabeau from France. Nicolas Michel, the overall leader from Switzerland. Here in your screen you can see Bastien Dayer and Theo Silon. What was a really tough race. Both races we saw Bastien picking up a penalty, just almost missing out on the next round to Theo Silon, as we see here. But in a few minutes now we'll be straight on with the ladies. There we have it, the semi-finals. Gurhilde Schelseth taking on Beatrice Zimmermann, Norwegian versus Swiss. The German Katrin Reichmann taking on Great Britain's Jasmine Taylor. Johanna Holzmann from Germany up against Martina Weiss from Switzerland. And Simone Orly from Switzerland racing Argeline Tambouquet from France. Still plenty of snow coming down here in Oberjoch, Germany, here in Bavaria. You can see what looks like Gutterhelde shell set there in the blue course, in the red course even. Beatrice Zimmermann from Switzerland in the blue course. Both races now just waiting for the starters' orders. And then the first heat of this semi-final will be underway. There we have it, both races out the gate. Beatrice Zimmermann from Switzerland in the blue course. Gutterhelde Schellset from Norway in the red course. It looks like Gutterhelde Schellset taking a slight lead here over the Swiss, but not anymore over the jump. We see them level and level. It's really important for these races. Try and get that edge going into the 360 first. There we see Beatrice Zimmermann just taking the advantage. Both races not picking up any penalties there. Beatrice Zimmermann going for the line, and there we have it, through to the next round. And that puts Gutterhelde Schellset out of the running. What was a great race. You see in the 360 here, Gutterhelde Schellset trying to take the inside there. Not quite working out in her favour. Next up though, in the red course, Katrin Reichmann from Germany and Great Britain's Jasmine Taylor in the blue course. Both races out the gate. Jasmine Taylor took her first victory in USA just a couple of weeks ago. But Katrin Reichmann beating her to the jump, certainly having the advantage here. Jasmine Taylor still in contention. She's going to have to push hard though. She's going to beat Reichmann. Reichmann coming out of a 360 first. Jasmine Taylor crossing underneath. Oh, it was almost a crash going around that first corner. Both races coming out. Jasmine taking up 0 penalties. Reichmann taking 3, and that's going to be a win for Jasmine Taylor. What a race. I have to say, I was a little bit worried for Taylor. Reichmann had the upper hand there. Looked like a bit of poking coming around the final skating. Sorry, the first skating yellow flag. We saw Jasmine Taylor trying to come through here. This moment, bit of pushing and shoving, but Reichmann staying ahead. Jasmine picking up 0 penalties. Next up though, Germany's golden girl Johanna Holzmann taking on Switzerland's Martina Weiss. Martina's first parallel sprint, first World Cup parallel sprint here. Johanna, very experienced German racer, the overall World Cup leader and the leader in the parallel. Both girls making good progress now, pretty level. Coming down in the bottom section of the course. Wow, Martina Weiss just going to 360 at the same time. Johanna Holzmann, very strong skater though, coming around the outside. Martina Weiss just picking up an extra penalty there. But wow, what a race for both ladies. Johanna Holzmann through to the next round. But a great performance from Martina, her first World Cup parallel, chasing at the heels of the overall leader, Johanna Holzmann. There we have it, some great tactics from the young Swiss. I think Johanna Holzmann's experience and skating ability just allowed her to narrowly take the win there. But here is the final round final heat of this quarterfinal, ladies quarterfinal, with Simone Oehrli in the red course from Switzerland taking on France's Argeline Tan-Bouquet in the blue course. Both racers now on course. Two fairly well matched racers, but it looks like Argeline Tan-Bouquet has got a very slight lead here over the Swiss. Argeline Tan-Bouquet first into 360, taking a slightly bigger margin there over Simone Oehrli. Again, it'll be interesting to see whether any penalties are given out here. There we have it, Simone Oehrli picking up two, Argeline Tan-Bouquet picking up one penalty, and Argeline Tan-Bouquet taking the win through to the next round for France. So the race is now getting closer and closer. Just a few minutes time now we'll see the quarter-final of the men's race. The men will be heading back up to the start now, usually on the back of a snow plough or snowmobile. Try and get up there a little bit quicker. But there we have it. Beatrice Zimmermann beating Guruhelde Schellset. Jasmine Taylor beating Kathleen Reichmann from Germany. Johanna Holzmann beating Martina Weiss from Switzerland, and Argeline Tan-Bouquet just pipping Simone Oehrli from Switzerland to the finish. Well, from this angle it looks like the weather's clearing a little bit. We saw some quite heavy snow in the last couple of heats, but certainly things have calmed down a little bit. A couple of spectators looking on. There we see Martina Weiss from Switzerland. Toby Müller even has come along. Toby, who's a very successful German racer, moved into ski cross at the start of the season, now on the ski cross Europa World Cup. Here we have the lineup for the quarterfinals of the men's parallel sprint here in Oberjoch, Germany. We'll be kicking off with Phil Lau from France taking on Stefan Matter from Germany. I have to say this will be a very, very close first race between two very experienced racers. Phil Lau, the French veteran, taking on Stefan Matter, who recently has risen to fame amongst the French. We'll also see Erik Kravenberg from Norway taking on fellow Norwegian Trym Loken. We'll see Switzerland's Bastian Dyer taking on Jura Alish from Slovenia. And Norway's Sivert Hull taking on Switzerland's Nicolas Michel in the quarter-final. As mentioned, there's just a short delay now while the racers make their way to the top of the course, and then in a few minutes they'll be racing their way back down, trying to take a place in the semi-final. on your screen now, you can see Phil Lau from France stepping into the blue course. There's Jasmine Taylor heading back up the slope now. See members of the jury there, Stefan from Switzerland and Andre Johann, the phys coordinator, race director, speaking to the Swiss coach Rudi Weber. Members of the German team staying warm on the course, possibly supporting some of their fellow athletes. Plenty of support here for the Germans today. As mentioned, just a few minutes time, the racing will be getting underway with France's Phil Lau taking on Stefan Matter from Switzerland. There we have it. Both racers at the top of the course. Waiting for the starters' orders. There we have it. Both racers now taking on the quarterfinal of this Oberjoch parallel sprint. Both racers dead level after the jump. Stefan Matter taking the slight edge there over Phil Lau from France into 360. Taking 0 penalties, both of them. Phil Lau's going to have his work cut out now if he's going to take Stefan Matter. There we have it. Very, very closely fought battle to the very end. Stefan Matter, though, just clinching the win through to the next round ahead of Phil Lau. Here we see racers completely level. Next up, Trym Loken. Trym Loken from Norway, taking on fellow Norwegian Erik Kravenberg. Both races fairly level up to the jump. Trym Loken maybe having the slight edge there. Oh, bit of a crash there for what looked like Erik Kravenberg. Let's hope he's okay. Trym Loken taking the lead there. Hopefully it's just a broken pole for the Norwegian. Difficult to see exactly what happened there. Looks like he got catapulted out. There we see Trym Loken in the finish looking on. You see in the slow motion replay there, Erik Kravenberg just getting catapulted into the netting there. Next up though in the red course, Jure Ališ from Slovenia taking on Switzerland's Bastian Dyer, the Swiss veteran with almost 200 World Cup starts to his name. Yuda Elish taking his first victory in the US just a couple of weeks ago. Yuda will be chasing hard, no doubt, wanting to exert an early lead over Bastian Dyer, who's a very strong skater. Slight advantage to Bastian here. Only just hold it. Oh, Bastian Dyer's over. Yuda Elish is still on his feet, making his way into 360. Bastian Dyer with a flag wrapped around his skis there. Difficult to see exactly what happened just out of the camera shot, but wow, what a dramatic crash for Bastian Dyer. The flag well and truly tangled in his ski by the looks of things. And we see Yuda Elish at the bottom, who will be delighted going through to the next round. We see Bastian Dyer looking quite off balance there, and there it is. 3 gates after the jump, just crashing, taking the blue flag with him. Next up, though, from Norway in the red course, Sivid Hol, taking on the overall World Cup leader and sprint and parallel leader, Nicolas Michel from Switzerland. Sivid Hol took a 4th place in the USA just a week ago. Was never podiumed, so he'll be looking for a top spot today. Nicolas Michel looking to maintain that overall lead, that overall dominance over the rest of the field. Wow, both skiers completely level here. No one's giving anything so far. There we have it. Sivid Hol just taking the lead over Nicolas Michel, coming out of a 360. Both racers picking up. Oh! We see Nicolas Michel skating to finish. I imagine Sivid Hol skied around the wrong flag, must have picked up some penalties. Unfortunately, we see him holding his head. Fortunately, didn't look ahead. You see the ladies on the bottom of the skating course holding up numbers which indicate how many penalties they need to go around, which flag they need to go around. There we see. Oh no, possibly not. We see Sivid Hol just missing that yellow flag. It wasn't the penalties, in fact. It was the wrong direction in the skate. Very unlucky for the Norwegian. So, with the standings so far, we saw Stefan Matter beating Philipp Lau, Erik Kravenberg, losing to fellow Norwegian Trym Loken, Yuda Elish from Slovenia beating Switzerland's Bastian Dyer and Switzerland's Nicolas Michel, just ahead of Sivid Hol from Norway. So that now puts us through to the ladies' semi-finals, which will be getting underway just a minute now. We'll see Beatrice Zimmermann from Switzerland taking on Great Britain's Jasmine Taylor. We'll also see Johanna Holzmann from Germany taking on France's Argeline Tan-Bouquet. This will give us a final and a small final, so the 2 winners from these 2 pairs will go through to the final, and the losers will go through to the small final, which will give them the opportunity to pick up the bronze medal. So it's still very, very important racing ahead. You see the first pair making their way into the gate now. In the red course, Jasmine Taylor from Great Britain. And in the blue course, Beatrice Zimmermann from Switzerland. Beatrice Zimmermann, the winner from yesterday's sprint. Certainly coming into this with plenty of confidence. Zimmermann maybe stumbling a little bit out of the gate though. Having a little bit of an issue. Jasmine Taylor having a good start there. Taking a slight lead over Zimmermann. Both girls looking fairly level over the jump though. Beatrice Zimmermann extending a bit of a lead into the 360. And there, Jasmine Taylor picking up additional penalty there. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be Beatrice Zimmermann's day today. There we have it. Zimmermann through to the final. Jasmine Taylor in with a chance for the bronze medal in the small final. Here we see Beatrice Zimmermann falling over her front ski, coming out of the start gate. Great start for Jasmine Taylor. And the second pair, Germany's Johanna Holzmann taking on Francis Argelin Tambouke. Both two very close rivals. Johanna Holzmann, although just winning or taking the overall so far. But Argelin Tambouke, I was going to say taking a lead over Johanna Holzmann. It's very, very close indeed. Argelin Tambouke, the first into 360 and the first out. We saw Johanna Holzmann trying to take the lower track there, taking advantage. But Johanna Holzmann picking up no penalties. Argelin Tambouke picking up the one. There we have it. Johanna Holzmann from Germany crashing over the line, taking the win for Germany through to the final. What a spectacular finish there. Johanna Holzmann throwing herself over the line. Very disappointed looking Argelin Tambouke. Really goes to show, ladies and gentlemen, just how important these penalties are. And there we have the outcome of that semi-final, with Beatrice Zimmermann beating Jasmine Taylor and Johanna Holzmann beating Argelin Tambouke. So I'll see Beatrice Zimmermann from Switzerland taking on Johanna Holzmann from Germany in the final. And in the small final, we'll see Jasmine Taylor and Argelin Tambouke. Jasmine Taylor from Great Britain and Argelin Tambouke from France. So in just a few moments' time, we'll be going ahead with the men's semi-finals, with Stefan Matter taking on Trim Loken and Jura Alish from Slovenia taking on Switzerland's Nicolas Michel, the overall World Cup leader to date. Very disappointed looking Argelin Tambouke there, accompanied by Noé Clay, also from the French team. Still with a chance of winning a bronze medal though, still plenty of opportunity. May not be the victory she came here for today, but still a fine achievement, making it through to the small final. see on your screen now, the crowds now gathering in the finish area ahead of the ladies semi-final. Sorry, the ladies final and small final. And before that, we'll see the men's semi-final. See all the athletes making their way up to the start of a race. Great Britain's Jasmine Taylor being bounced around back with Skidoo. There we have the running order for the men's semi-final. Stefan Matter from Switzerland taking on Norway's Tim Locken, and Slovenia's Jura Elish taking on the Swiss Nicolas Michel. Well, there we have Stefan Matter in the red course, ready to go, just waiting for Tim Locken from Norway. And the race will be, no doubt, getting underway. I think now's a good opportunity to thank Oberjoch and all the organisers who put on this fantastic event here in Germany and Bavaria. The second race today has been absolutely faultless so far. Exactly the same as yesterday's sprint. The conditions couldn't have been better. You see him falling over the fronts of his skis a bit. It looks like he missed one of the gates, putting him out of a race. But next up in the red course, we have Jura Elish from Slovenia taking on Switzerland's Nicolas Michel in the blue course. Two very well matched racers, both relatively young. Nicolas Michel, the overall World Cup leader. Jura Elish from Slovenia, who took his first World Cup victory in the USA just a matter of weeks ago. Nicolas Michel certainly has the early edge there over the Slovenian. There we have it, Nicolas Michel into the 360 first. Jura Elish chasing hard though, not far behind at all. Both racers pushing hard. Picking up 0 penalties. Oh, we just saw Jura Elish having a bit of a scrap there with Nicolas Michel falling flat on his face. And that puts Nicolas Michel through to the final. Well, it was a very, very closely fought race. Jura Elish shaking his head. Both boys having a bit of a scrap there in the final straight. Nicolas Michel staying on his feet through to the final. There we have it. Jura Elish just tripping up over the fronts of his skis. So in the final we see Tim Locken taking on Stefan Matter. In the small final we'll see Jura Elish and Stefan Matter. You see now on your screen the slip crews making their way down the course, just clearing some of the soft snow aside before we see the ladies parallel sprint small final here in Oberjoch, Germany. And we'll see Great Britain's Jasmine Taylor taking on France's Argeline Tambouke. We see Nicolas Michel and Stefan Matter, both from Switzerland, and finish comparing notes. A few spectators bopping around at the finish. Very nice too, having a bit of fun. Here's the replay with Trym Loken from Norway, Stefan Matter. Let's see if we can find out what happened there. Looked like he lost it about there and then missed one of the gates. Very unlucky racing indeed for Stefan Matter and Jura Elish, as we see there, falling flat on his face. But here we have it, both ladies in the small final. Jasmine Taylor from Great Britain and Frances Argeline Tan-Bouquet. Jasmine Taylor from Great Britain in the red course. Argeline Tan-Bouquet from France in the blue course. Both skiers now out the gate on course for the bronze medal here in Oberjoch in the parallel sprint. Argeline Tan-Bouquet taking a slight lead there over Jasmine Taylor. Jasmine Taylor holding it tight for Queen and Country, strength and honour. Argeline Tan-Bouquet skating hard. I have to say it's going to be difficult for Jasmine to catch her unless she picks up no penalties. There we have it, both girls picking up one penalty coming into the final straight. And there we have it, Argeline Tan-Bouquet punching the air, taking the bronze medal for France just ahead of Great Britain's Jasmine Taylor. Sadly missing out, taking a 4th position. Next up though, the final of the parallel sprint here in Oberjoch, Germany, the FIS Telemark-Weltcup. Beatrice Zimmermann from Switzerland in the blue course, and the local hero Johanna Holzmann from Germany in the red course, now out the gate. Both girls level and level. Johanna Holzmann possibly edging out a little bit. Has she got the skills to pay the bills? That's my question. Both girls again very, very even. Beatrice Zimmermann had a great jump there. Nice direct line into those lower gates. And Beatrice Zimmermann taking the upper hand there, having a bit of a wobble at the end of a 360. Johanna Holzmann just pushing Beatrice Zimmermann wide. Both those gates, both girls taking one penalty there. Could this be the win for Johanna Holzmann here at home in Oberjoch, Germany? There we have it, Johanna Holzmann from Germany taking the win in front of a home crowd. What a brilliant race against the Swiss Beatrice Zimmermann. We can see the look of delight on Johanna Holzmann's face. A really fantastic achievement. And you hear the fans go wild in the finishing area. Wow, what a race. We see Beatrice Zimmermann going around the 360, having a bit of a wobble at the edge there, almost falling backwards from herself. And Johanna Holzmann coming from underneath, just squeezing Zimmermann wide of the yellow control gates there. Very impressive tactical decisions there from Johanna Holzmann. What a spectacular final. And what a great ending for Johanna Holzmann from Germany. Of course, we've still got, though we have the official results from the final of the parallel sprint, with Johanna Holzmann taking the win over Beatrice Zimmermann from Switzerland. Argeline Tan-Bouquet taking the 3rd spot. Jasmine Taylor left in 4th. in just a few minutes now, we'll be seeing the men's small final with Yura Alish taking on Argelin Tambuke and Bene Holtzmann taking on... in the final we'll see Trim Locken taking on Nicolas Michel in the men's final. Stefan Matt and Yura Alish in the small final. There we have the starting order with Trim Locken from Norway in the red course taking on Nicolas Michel for the gold medal. Yura Alish from Slovenia taking on Stefan Matter from Switzerland for the bronze. There we see Joanna Holtzmann now on your screen being interviewed for national television here in Oberjoch, Germany. What a brilliant ending to the weekend for the Germans. Great to see them take a home win. Sadly, no Germans left in the men's race, but we'll see in a few minutes Norway's Trim Locken taking on Nicolas Michel from Switzerland in the final. There we see a couple of ramblers in the snow, enjoying all that Oberjoch has to offer here in Germany. There it is, Joanna Holtzmann, today's winner in the ladies' race, congratulating Beatrice Zimmermann on her second spot. Back to the ramblers on the side of a hill, enjoying their lovely afternoon walk here in beautiful Oberjoch. As I mentioned, there really is something here for everyone. A few bottles coming out at the finish. Looks like that might be the prizes for the winners here today. Some nice Deutsch beer in the Valais region of Switzerland. Both races out the gate. Pretty even start. Oh, Trim Locken just almost falling over there, putting a hand in the snow, giving Nicolas Michel a slight lead now as they approach the 360. Stefan Matter certainly into 360. First, Trim Locken is over in the 360. Nicolas Michel taking a clear lead now over the Norwegian Trim Locken. What a tragedy for Norwegians, and many congratulations to Nicolas Michel, who's now retaining his overall dominance in the World Cup here, taking the win in the parallel. A fantastic performance from the Swiss. Trim Locken very, very unlucky, having a bit of a sit down in the 360 there, as we saw. Good to see both racers smiling in the finish. What was a brilliant fight all the way down to 360. There you have it, Trim just getting spun around in the 360 there. Both racers at the finish. Well, that concludes our racing here in Oberjoch, Germany. What a brilliant weekend it's been. Final results here. Confirmation of the men's race. Nicolas Michel, the winner, with Tim Locken taking the silver, and Stefan Matter in third position. Jure Alish from Slovenia in fourth. It was a very, very close race. But that's all we've got time for today. We'll be back bringing you the action from Krvavit in Slovenia next, which will commence racing on Wednesday and Thursday, roughly around the same time. Keep an eye out on the FIS Telemark Facebook and Instagram channels for all the latest updates. Please do drop us a tweet at FIS Telemark. I'm Jack Harvey-Taylor, bringing you all the action here from Oberjoch, Germany. It's been a pleasure having you along, and I do hope you've enjoyed the racing. Thank you.
So, der Aufruf für die Blumenzeremonie an Johanna Holzmann, Beatrice Zimmermann und Angeline Tambouquet, genauso an Nick. Und natürlich auch im Bereich der Herren Nicolas Michel, dann natürlich Tim Nicker-Dücken und Stefan Matter. Bitte in den Zielbereich kommen. Call for flower ceremony. Johanna Holzmann, Beatrice Zimmermann, Argeline Tambouquet, Nicolas Michel, Tim Liegert-Lücken, Stefan Matter. Und damit beginnen wir jetzt mit der Preisübergabe, mit der Siegerehrung. Beziehungsweise zunächst einmal mit der Blumenzeremonie. We will start with the flower ceremony right now. Der FIS-Weltcup Telemark hier in Oberjoch, die Blumenzeremonie, the flower ceremony of the FIS-Weltcup Telemark. Und wir freuen uns auf Platz 3 on the third place auf Argeline Tambouquet, Frankreich, France. Auf dem zweiten Platz, on the second place, Beatrice Zimmermann, Schweiz, Switzerland. Und auf dem ersten Platz, first place, Johanna Holzmann, Deutschland, Germany. Und zu Ehren der Siegerin Johanna Holzmann hören wir jetzt die deutsche Nationalhymne. In honor to the winner Johanna Holzmann, we now hear the national anthem of Germany. Herzlichen Glückwunsch, congratulations, und natürlich gibt es auch hier jetzt noch ein Siegerfoto und für Sie alle, für euch alle der Hinweis, in 10 Minuten dann die Siegerehrungen des gestrigen und des heutigen Tages, und diese 10 Minuten könnt ihr alle nutzen, nochmal in der Halle vorbeizuschauen, was zu essen, was zu trinken gibt, top organisiert vom Skiverein Bad Hindelang. Und wie gesagt, in 10 Minuten sehen wir uns dann an gleicher Stelle wieder zur Siegerehrung. The prize giving ceremony in around about 10 minutes in the finish area.
Qué figura. Qué figura. Yeah, but it's still ceremony, process ceremony in 10 to 15 minutes, then we're tear everything down. Okay.
Und wir beginnen also in 1 bis 2 Minuten mit der Siegerehrung des gestrigen und des heutigen Tages. We'll start the prize giving ceremony in around about 1 or 2 minutes. Wait. Ceremony we were only like 15 minutes, so when we put all the tables down, then Lass doch alles so sein, wie es ist. Wir wollen trinken, noch einen trinken, weil man die Sorgen dann vergisst. Fühlst du dich manchmal auch so allein? Glaub mir, das braucht gar nicht so sein. Denn heute Abend gehen wir feiern, die ganze Welt ist ein Verein. Und an die Hände zum Himmel, komm, lasst uns fröhlich sein. Wir klatschen zusammen und keiner ist allein. Und an die Hände zum Himmel, komm, lasst uns fröhlich sein. Tanzen, singen im Saal oder Zelt. Nicht alleine, das will keiner. Uns gehört die ganze Welt. Und damit starten wir mit der Siegerehrung. We'll start right now with the prize giving ceremony. First competition of yesterday, FIS World Cup Telemark. Zunächst also der gestrige Bewerb des FIS Weltcup Telemark hier in Oberjoch. Und da haben wir 5 Sportler, die jetzt aufs Podium kommen. Und auf dem 5. Platz ist Katrin Reichmann, Deutschland, Germany. Auf Platz 4 on the 4th place, Kiro Kjelset, Norwegen, Norway. Auf dem 3. Platz on the 3rd place, Jasmine Taylor, Großbritannien, Great Britain. Auf dem 2. Platz on the 2nd place, Argeline Tambouquet, Frankreich, France. Und Platz 1, First Place, Beatrice Zimmermann, Schweiz, Switzerland. In honor to the winner, Beatrice Zimmermann, we now hear the national anthem of Switzerland. Zu Ehren der Siegerin Beatrice Zimmermann hören wir jetzt die Schweizer Nationalhymne. großen Applaus für die besten 5 des gestrigen Wettbewerbs beim FIS-Weltcup Telemark hier in Oberjoch. Flasche. Am Ende der Saison wird die dann gewährt. Big Bottle of Beer, ja. Also, congratulations. Und damit kommen wir zur Siegerehrung im Bereich der Männer des FIS-Weltcup Telemark. We'll start the prize giving ceremony of the FIS World Cup Telemark Men, the competition of yesterday. Und auf dem 5. Platz, 5th place, verliert Lücken Norwegen, Norway. Platz, 4th place, Jure Aleš, Slowenien, Slovenia. Und die Preise werden übergeben vom Tourismusdirektor von Bad Hindelang, Max Hillmeier. Dritter Platz geht an Stefan Matter, Schweiz, Switzerland. And the prizes will be given through by the chairman of Tourism of Bad Hindelang, Max Hillmeier. Zweiter Platz, 2nd place an Nicolas Michel, Schweiz, Switzerland. Und Platz 1, 1st place, Phil Lau, Frankreich, France. In honor to the winner Phil Lau, we now hear the national anthem of France. Zu Ehren des Siegers Phil Lau hören wir jetzt die französische Nationalhymne. Nochmal herzlichen Glückwunsch, congratulations. der Bewerb des gestrigen Tages. Jetzt gibt es noch die Möglichkeit, schöne Fotos zu machen. Und dann geht es Schlag auf Schlag weiter. Die Siegerehrungen des heutigen Tages sind noch bereit. Und damit kommen wir zu den Siegerehrungen des heutigen Tages im Parallelsprint. We now start the prize giving ceremony of the competition of today. Auf dem 4. Platz haben wir bei den Damen on the 4th place Jasmine Taylor, Great Britain, Großbritannien. Und die Siegerehrung wird immer im offiziellen Dress durchgeführt. Das ist der Unterschied zur Flower Ceremony. Auf Platz 3, Argeline Tambouquet, Frankreich, France. And the prizes will be given through by the chairman of the region of Oberallgäu, Anton Klotz, der Landrat des Oberallgäus. Anton Klotz übergibt die Preise. Auf Platz 2, on the 2nd place, Beatrice Zimmermann, Schweiz, Switzerland. Und auf dem 1. Platz, on the 1st place, Johanna Holzmann, Deutschland, Germany. In honor to the winner, Johanna Holzmann, we now hear the national anthem of Germany. Zu Ehren der Siegerin Johanna Holzmann hören wir jetzt die deutsche Nationalhymne. Einen riesen Applaus für alle 4, aber natürlich für Johanna Holzmann vom SC Oberstdorf, die den Heimweltcup hier in Oberjoch gewonnen hat. Und nochmal herzliches Dankeschön an unseren Oberallgäuer Landrat Anton Klotz, der die Preise hier übergeben hat. Einen schönen bayerischen Maßkrug und die passende Bierflasche dazu zum noch zweimal nachschenken. Die Freude ist groß, ja. Nicht nur bei den Deutschen, sondern auch beim Team Schweiz. Und damit kommen wir zur Siegerehrung im Bereich der Männer. We now start the prize giving ceremony, men of the competition of today. Auf dem 4. Platz, on the 4th place, Jure Aleš, Slowenien, Slovenia. Und die Preise werden übergeben durch den Vorsitzenden des Skivereins Bad Hindelang, Manfred Bergtold. The prizes will be given through by the president of the ski club Bad Hindelang, Manfred Bergtold. Platz 3 geht an Stefan Matter, 3rd place, Switzerland, Schweiz. Platz 2 on the 2nd place, Tim Nygard Løken, Norwegen, Norway. Und auf dem 1. Platz, on the 1st place, Nicolas Michel, Schweiz, Switzerland. In honor to the winner, Nicolas Michel, we now hear the national anthem of Switzerland. Zu Ehren des Siegers Nicolas Michel hören wir jetzt die Nationalhymne der Schweiz. Und auch einen Riesenapplaus für die Herren des heutigen Tages, die besten 4, die wir hier vorne sehen durften, des Parallelsprints. Aber es ist auch noch die Zeit für Fotos und anschließend ist die Zeit, um Danke zu sagen. Thank you very much. Und danke wollten wir noch sagen an die ganzen Helfer. 120 Helfer waren im Einsatz gestern und heute, um diesen Wettkampf hier, diesen Telemark-Weltcup durchzuführen. Und stellvertretend dafür bitten wir jetzt Florian Braunsch und Matthias Feiss vom SV Hindelang hier nach vorne um hier auch noch entsprechend Danke zu sagen. Und dazu auch noch Jörg Sauter für die Torrichter bzw. vom Telemark-Team. Landau Anton Klotz geht auch noch mit dazu aufs Foto, das wir noch schießen wollen. Und da gibt es bitte auch noch mal einen Riesenapplaus an alle Helfer. 120 haben das überhaupt hier möglich gemacht, dass die Piste hier so hervorragend war, dass der Wettkampf durchgeführt werden konnte. Und natürlich auch an alle, die mit der Organisation beauftragt waren. Da muss man auch mal Dankeschön sagen an Chris Leicht, der das Ganze hier auch alles